Ralph Passarella. I'm one of the co-founders and CEO of Reify Health. Reify Health is a company that is accelerating the development of novel therapies by making clinical trials more accessible to people around the world who've never had access to modern medicines before. Myself, my co-founders, we kind of arrived at a similar conclusion from our own personal angle. Each of us came to the conclusion that clinical trials are the largest bottleneck on getting new treatments to patients. My personal story, I was in the MD PhD program at Johns Hopkins, and I saw so many of my colleagues around me did incredible basic science research, but then it would just sit on the shelf. Once they got their PhD, they would move on to the next thing. It was so hard to get some of these new discoveries into the clinic, and it's because clinical trials are so expensive, so unpredictable. And then as we started to dig into the problem, you start to see, well, actually, there are more than enough people in the world to enroll clinical trials very rapidly. The things that cause all of the waste, the expense of running clinical trials, there are things that we can actually go in and stitch together using some of the modern technologies that exist now to make this just a big, giant global logistics and math problem. And so 12 years ago, we said we're going to set out on this journey and see if we can actually make something that's expensive and slow and unpredictable into an industry that is actually much more rapid, predictable, and investable even. So we started partnering with Sierra in 2018, so we've worked together for 6 years now. And the team at Sierra has been incredibly supportive. There's some of the obvious things, a member of the board provided guidance in the way that boards of directors do. But then also Mark and Vignesh, and I think Mark is the partner in the deal in particular, has been so supportive of the founding team in a way that I really trust going to him. Mark and the Sierra team have access to the leading edge of a lot of what some of those companies are doing, and so his advice is maybe a little bit sharper in some respects because of it.
Hi, my name is Henry Fu. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Spectral Cloud. Spectral Cloud is an enterprise-grade multi-cluster Kubernetes management infrastructure company. We want to enable enterprise to realize the value of a container and the Kubernetes ecosystem and help them to solve the manage at scale problem so that they can very easily manage multiple Kubernetes clusters in any environment, whether it's in cloud, data center, or edge. So Spectral Cloud for me is almost an unfinished business. Previously, I was a CTO and co-founder of another startup called Clicker Technologies, which is focused on multi-cloud management. But at that time, it's a little bit too early. Cloud is still in the early days, and no application is portable across multiple environments. So Clicker was later acquired by Cisco for around $300 million. But I want to continue the vision and really to make enterprise be able to run application anywhere across any environment, whether it's in cloud, data center, on bare metal servers or edge. But now this time with container and Kubernetes, I think things have become a lot more portable. So we built the Spectral Cloud as an enterprise-grade multi-cluster management for any environment. Mark has been a fantastic partner. He not only connects us with a lot of potential customers, investors, but he has been my trusted friend and a partner. Whenever I need advice, just brainstorm some ideas, he's always just a one phone call away.
Nitin Bhandari, co-founder, CEO of Planera. Construction is one of the largest industries in the world. My co-founder has been in construction for 30 years. And he kept struggling with one age-old problem, which is how to plan and schedule a large, complicated job, because bad scheduling and planning results in a lot of lost money and erodes margins. And my thought initially was to just help him find the right solution. Surely one must exist, but there wasn't one. And we kept talking to more and more of his peers, and nobody had a good answer to it. And so I felt compelled to go solve that problem. Construction schedules are complicated. There's thousands upon thousands of interconnected activities, resources, equipment, planning needed. And these are very contractually obligated schedules. What we do is we help companies build that in a way that is really easy to do, so the entire project team can be part of creating the plan. The alternate way of doing it is so complicated that only a handful of specialists really know how to do scheduling and planning. That's the status quo today. What we want to do is democratize it so that the entire project team owns their own schedules and plans, and then they can make good real-time decisions on when things go bad. Sierra's been awesome to work with. The partner who helps me, Shashank, he's recently been an operator, but he also has a long-term vision of how companies go through ups and downs and how to help them, because that's the Sierra DNA. And so I just have the best of both worlds. I have someone who's recently operational, but also has a long-term patient view of how startups build.
Hi, my name is Nikhil Gupta, founder and CEO of ArmorCode. ArmorCode is an AI-powered application security posture management platform. ArmorCode vision was to secure the way we live, work, and play. Call me crazy, I started ArmorCode in middle of COVID. Back in the days, if you may remember, we would go out in the lines to go for grocery, and the way we would do is we'll be kind of all mask and everything else, and it was literally like a biowarfare. And at that time, it kind of dawned on me that the way things will be there for securing will have to change. And that is when a digital transformation is going to happen. And then there was another intersection, because the good news was the bad guys are at home, and the bad news is bad guys are at home. So now they will have more ways to kind of attack. So that's where ArmorCode started with the vision of securing the way we live, work, and play. Sierra has been a great partner. They wrote the first check. Thanks for Mark Fernandez and having the trust in me. And right from the day one all the way here, Mark has been on our founding board member, and he's been helping us all along.
My name is Julian Rios, and I am the founder and CEO of Eden. It comes from a very, very personal story. So I am a child of medicine, as I like to say it. On one hand, I was born through artificial insemination. I was saved out of a very complicated pregnancy, thanks to doctors and technology. So I've seen what medicine is capable of, the miracles it's capable of producing. But I've also seen the other side of the coin, the other side of the face, which is when healthcare doesn't have the right technology, doesn't have the right resources, it's maybe the most catastrophic profession out there. It killed my grandmother, it killed my grandfather. For the last 20 years, I've accompanied my mom through 3 different diagnoses of cancer. So I started this company to make sure that no one suffers what my family members have suffered, to build products that actually increase the standard of care, that move the needle for patients. We are the imaging and radiology operating system of the world, starting in Latin America. So we take care of everything inside an imaging and a radiology department, from booking and patient engagement to business intelligence to very sophisticated diagnostic tools that allows the doctor to see what was previously unseen, or AI tools to make them more productive. First of all, we're very proud to work with Sierra in the sense that they're one of the few venture capital firms that are really Silicon Valley based but have a Latin American perspective and a Latin American commitment. They understand Latin America, they invest in Latin America, and there's very few of them. And especially with Mark Fernandez that joined our board this April, he just brought a new sense of possibility to our board meetings. The standard that he holds himself and ourselves is much higher than what was previously expected from our investors, and growing to those standards have allowed us to achieve things that we thought were not possible in this short time.
Suresh Matthew. Seda is an autonomous cloud management platform that helps you run your applications in cloud at scale with the best performance, the best availability at the lowest cost. I was at PayPal. I was at PayPal for 10 years, last 10 years. And one problem that we saw consistently was production issues. We were running the largest OpenStack deployment in the world. And when you have an issue, you're almost sending your best engineers out because you had a production issue. And if you think about the problem, it was never the engineers' incapability. It is just that it's too boring for the best engineers to deal with it. It was exactly the other way around. You had a problem that was not really the best one for the engineer to even attend to. It was quite boring. That's when I realized, you know what, these problems should be handled by an autonomous system. Let that handle the first thing first, and then send it to engineers if it doesn't work. That's exactly what we did. We deployed an autonomous system right in front of these engineers. It looks at all the problems, it looks at all the issues, it fixes it, And then if it cannot, it sends it to the engineers. Then at that point, I realized, you know what, we did 2 million remediations in PayPal production at scale, left the company to start Sadai outside. Tim is nothing short of awesome, okay? It is extremely hard for me to even tell that he is maybe not a developer, he is not a product designer, he is not an architect. And at times, he behaves as one of these. So for us, we talk to him almost every week. We exchange notes. And like any startup, we have a lot of conversations and times where things are not really going well. You seldom get time to celebrate in a startup journey, right? And during this ups and downs, Sierra has been always, and Tim has been nothing short of awesome. That's all.
Sumesh Saxena, I'm the CEO and founder of Pantamath. Prior to founding Pantamath, I was the head of data and analytics for GE Aerospace. I led a 100+ person team there supporting 18,000 data consumers for the company. I saw my technical teams, business stakeholders, executives all struggle with data quality and data reliability challenges. That's where the idea of Pantamath came about. Pantamath's a data pipeline observability and traceability platform, essentially a real-time monitoring solution to monitor the end-to-end health of cross-platform data analytics pipelines. These data pipelines that power data products and data reports, we monitor those data pipelines in real time, as well as the health of the data itself flowing through those pipelines to enable data engineers and data reliability engineers to understand what's broken, where, why in the pipeline, all to drive data reliability, trust in data, eliminate poor decision making with bad data. It's been great. Sierra's been an awesome partner. Mark's on our board, and he's been very instrumental in our early traction and success.
My name is Omar Harun. We are building an AI and knowledge platform specifically designed for Fortune 500 chief legal officers and some of their peers. I started this company really more from a mission perspective than anything. So if you look at the legal industry, it's arguably $1 trillion kind of industry worldwide, $400 billion in the US, and it's really dominated by firms that have perverse economic incentives, typically law firms billing by the hour. You also have tech companies that bill by the amount of data, so it's actually also promoting kind of the wrong sorts of behaviors. And we're still living in a world where a single legal event can bankrupt the average American. Having gone through some legal events myself and being close to many people whose lives have been really kind of made a lot more difficult because of that, it's a mission that really speaks to me personally, and we're finally at a point where both AI technology is here and the market is ready to adopt it. So it's quite exciting to think about the opportunity to really bring AI to a space that not only really needs it, but also where you can both build a big business and also from a mission perspective, make a big impact. I would say our mission is to catalyze a new era which moves away from perverse incentives to one where technology and AI actually are a very natural part of the workflow, and where people that are doing a lot of this legal work can be freed up to work on much more strategic activities. And that includes things like pro bono, actually helping people. I think a lot of people who went to law school went there out of a sense of mission, and then for a variety of reasons ended up doing work that looks a lot more like drudgery. And so both freeing up the people doing this work and also really kind of catalyzing this new era where AI is actually adopted and we embrace technology as opposed to avoiding it.
My name is Sudarshan, co-founder and CEO of Smallest AI. We started at a time when it was not possible to have speech models in real time, and it was very expensive and it was very robotic. We built one of the world's fastest real-time speech models. We also made it really small, so that allowed people to talk to AI in B2B use cases. The goal for us is really to enable 1 billion humans to speak to AI every single day, because humans like speaking to humans, but they don't speak to AI as often yet, and we are here to change that. Smallest AI is the voice infrastructure behind any sort of contact center operation for a large enterprise to automate communications with their customers. We help build AI models and agents that can talk to your customers in real time in human-like voices. I do not even think of Sierra as an investor, but more of a co-founder or a partner. And I think a lot of my learnings and customer conversations have been direct initiations from Sierra.
My name is Byung-gon Jeon. I'm founder and CEO of the company, Friendly AI. I was doing research on machine learning optimizations for over a decade at Seoul National University. And I had this amazing research results, and I wanted to make this research results as a product so that many companies can take advantage of this technology. Friendly AI is an AI inference service provider. We provide AI inference to companies so that they can make inference faster, simpler, and cost efficient. Working with Ben and Sierra team is amazing. They've been helping us navigating this space and giving us proper help, getting talent, and introducing clients. So we are very grateful about working with Sierra Ventures.
I'm David Begassarian. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Crisp. The story behind Crisp is very personal. I wanted to have privacy in my calls, which means I wanted to have a technology that removes background noise and speech when I'm in calls with my colleagues. And that's exactly what we have built, right? We pioneered AI-powered noise cancellation back 5-6 years ago. Crisp has a product specifically designed for call centers. The product is installed on human agents' desktop machines, right? And it gives agents several buttons. One of the buttons is to remove the background noise entirely from the call center and also from the customers. And the second button allows them to convert their accent in real time to match the customer's accent to increase comprehension in the conversation. And the third button allows them to translate the voice in the voice-to-voice format, right? So that they can understand their customers better.
I'm Prip Singh Lamba, CEO and founder of ProductNow.ai. I started ProductNow because for 20 years, I've been a builder and I've seen the pain. AI finally got us to an inflection point where we have flat budgets and rising expectations from leaders, so we can't throw money at the problem. At the same time, I saw how beautifully AI augmented developers, sales and marketing, but the rest of the enterprise didn't get anything. That is the messy middle that we are solving for. ProductNow is the world's first system of outcomes, where humans and AI agents collaborate to build, align, and ship the world's best softwares together. We looked for a very close match, and we found that match with Sierra and Tim and the team. It's like an extended family. You get a lot of support in different functions. You get to spike with different people on the team. It's an extended family and an extended team, and I couldn't be happier.
Hi, my name is Pradnesh, and I'm co-founder and CEO of Ultimate AI. I started Ultimate AI because of frustration of data work taking too much time, whether it's building a dashboard, building a data pipeline, or productionizing a machine learning model. So at Ultimate AI, what we do is we automate all this data work using AI. We build AI teammates for data engineers, so this work can be done much faster in accelerated fashion and in an automated way. So working with Sierra has been amazing. Mark Fernandez is the partner we work closely with, and he has been phenomenal when it comes to prospect introductions, helping us hire amazing talent, as well as his insights into running a company are amazing.
Hi, I'm Eric Gubanowski, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Tenvoid. We started Tenvoid because we believe that agentic AI is the future of workforce and the future of humanity in general. I think we're undergoing a huge revolution, similar to the Industrial Revolution, but instead of being spent across 200 years, it's going to be taking only 20 years to get there. And we're in the singular point of time where we have the chance to impact the future of humanity and workforce going forward. So Tenvoid is a platform that basically allows agents to interact with other agents, just like humans interacting today. So if you think about the future of agentic AI, agents are super powerful, but if they cannot interact one with another and they're stuck in silos, then you're not getting as much impact as you could potentially get. So we're building this platform to allow agents to interact with other agents and humans within the enterprise, across enterprises, allowing any business to talk to any business, to any human in the world. Working with Sierra Ventures has been nothing short of amazing. Tim Gira is unbelievably supportive. He calls me every week, and his first and most important thing that he always tells me, Arik, you're not calling me often enough, you're not asking me for help often enough, I want to help you more.
My name is Piyush Rai. I'm the founder and CEO of Weave.ai. I've been working in unstructured data field for a number of years, probably 20 years plus now. And we all know that there's a tremendous amount of value hidden in the unstructured data for the enterprise. That data is not available in public domain, and the value is very proprietary to the enterprise. With the next generation of AI that we all see now, language and unstructured data has basically unleashed the value now. After starting the company, we soon realized that insurance is a domain where there's tremendous amount of unstructured and highly unorganized data which has to be used for very, very important decision making like underwriting, claims adjustment, and premium audit decisions. Within insurance are really apt for our type of application, which is looking at the unstructured data and helping the underwriters or the adjusters make accurate and consistent decisions. And that's what we are basically providing to the insurance industry in a form where we are essentially building these AI agents which act as co-pilots to these users to assist them in decision making. I have had a pretty long relationship now with Sierra, 4+ years. They were the seed investors in the company, and right from the beginning, it has been a relationship of partnership, and Tim has been really a great sounding board. I think it has been a great partnership.